And let me tell you what I could tell you at the age of 44. Here's what I know. Every storm that comes into your life has an expiration date on it. That's what I know for sure. Every storm that comes into your life has an expiration date on it. Now, sometimes they don't expire as quick as I want them to. Can I get an amen right there? Amen. Right? Sometimes I think it's past its expiration date, but it just kind of keeps raging. But I want to speak life into somebody this morning that needs to hear this word. The storm that you're facing will not last. No matter how dark the sky is, no matter how hard the wind is blowing, there is a strength within you that comes from Jesus, and it will enable you to stand until this storm is over. But it won't last. Financially, that storm won't last. Whatever's going on in your family, it won't last. In fact, you know what? God is going to use it for your good. Last Saturday, I was at home. We had some company over, and right in the middle of hanging out and eating pizza, a storm came through. And it was like, it felt like it happened quick. Like suddenly the sky was really dark. It was raining really hard. The wind was blowing really hard. I had to run out in our backyard. My kids' pool floaty toys were flying away. I had to nail everything down. I had to give everything down. Because I had to go out there and make sure it was weighted down, because I didn't want to lose something that we held valuable to a storm. You know what the word glory means in the Bible? It means weighty. In the storms of life, it is His glory that will weight you. It'll hold you in place. And the devil will tell you can't make it. But remember that Jesus said the devil is a liar. He's not only a liar, he is the father of lies. So the storm lasted about 30 minutes. It came, it went. I forgot all about it. The next morning was Sunday morning, and I pulled up to Life Church, and I got out of the car, and I was walking across the parking lot to come through the door. And I noticed in the parking lot these branches that had broken off the trees, and they were in the parking lot from the storm the night before, and I just totally forgot about it. And I noticed something. I noticed that the branches that were broken off were very brittle, and the leaves were all brown. So really, the only thing the storm separated from the tree that was alive were the things that were attached to it that were already dead. And sometimes God will do the same thing in your life. He will allow storms to come, not that He sent them, but He'll use the storm and the winds of the storm to break off stuff in your heart that's already dead. To break off thoughts that are unhealthy in your mind. And He'll use the wind, and not that He sent it, mind you, I'm not suggesting that, but I will suggest this, that He never wastes anything. And He'll use it to break off old mindsets, and use it to break off stuff that's in your heart that's taking up space that doesn't need to be there. And so I say that to you to tell you that God will use spiritually a storm in your life to break stuff off that's just taking up space so that something new can grow there in your heart. I want to invite you to stand on your feet, worship team. I want to invite you to come back to the platform. How are you going to respond when the storm comes? Because the question is not, will it come? The question is, when will it come? Our inclination as human beings is often either to rage against it and fight against it, and in the process we lose our joy and we lose the peace that Jesus said was ours on this side of the cross, or we run from it, and by running actually start giving up what is valuable. We give up our families, people give up their marriages, people give up their peace, people give up their joy, people give up on the promises of God. But the Bible's pretty clear, isn't it? You're standing with His strength on His promises in the faith. Jesus is enough. Jesus is within you, and Jesus will give you what you need.